everybody, and thanks for joining me today. So today I'm going to show you how you can create a bullet effect into your car or wall or whatever it is you wish to shoot at. So I've got a little clip prepared. There's actually two little clips, so just bear with me. I'm going to show you. Okay, so it's nothing fancy. It's not like, wow, dude, you are just awesome. No, but it is something you might want to try. So how do we do this? Well, I'm going to explain it to you in two parts. I'm not going to make a long-winded tutorial and make you fall asleep. So the first part of my tutorial is how to create the bullet hole. So I'm going to use Photoshop, and this is what we're going to recreate. Now you could probably go on the internet and find a stock photo as well, but if you can't, then I'm going to show you how you can create one by using Photoshop. So if you haven't used Photoshop, I'll do my best to explain it. If you do know how to use Photoshop, then no need to watch this one, I guess. But here we go. So first thing we need to do is create a new file. So I'm going to go New Project. I'm going to go with 500 by 500. There you go, 500. Yep, okay. First thing you need to do is create a new layer. So go down here and click onto your new layer. And that creates basically another canvas. So you're going to go to your marquee tool. And if you can't see it, just left click on it and you'll see another window pop up, and just select elliptical. Go over to your canvas, start in your left hand corner, hold down your shift, and then drag it to your right hand corner at the bottom, which then creates a nice little circle. You will then need to select grey, or if you're shooting brick, you might want to go more of a reddish color. Go to your color picker here, left click once, and this will open up your color picker, and then select a grey. I'm going to go for a metallically looking grey, so lighter grey. Yep. Okay. I'm going to go to my fill bucket or my paint bucket, and I'm going to click anywhere within the circle, which then creates my grey. Now to get the marquee effect away, Control D, so you deselect it. Then you need to go to your Magic Lasso tool. If you cannot see it, left click and a little window pops up and it's at the bottom. Then, oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that. Then you will go onto the edge and just start clicking madly anywhere. Just knock yourself out. Don't overdo it. Don't go too far in the middle. Just do this, what I'm doing, just moving around, and then just go Control Enter, which joins your circle. You'll need to inverse your selection. Now, if you don't know what that means, it doesn't really matter. Just do what I do. Select, inverse, and then hit your Delete key on your keyboard, and then Control D to deselect your marquee, your Magic Lasso tool. And here we go. We already have now the outer edge of our impact hole. You're going to go over to your layer again, left click, and you're going to go to Inner Shadow. Just click it, and that creates more of a depth look. And you say, yeah, that looks good, that's okay. Create a new layer. Go to your elliptical tool again, because now we have to create the black hole where everything gets sucked through and light vanishes. Sorry about that. Hold down your shift key and then drag it again, and then release. You can go over here, and this is your color background, so it goes back to default black and white. You can click on it and then use your paint bucket again, click anywhere within the circle, and there you go, Control D to deselect. Now as you can see, I'm slightly off center, but don't panic. I can go onto my move tool, click anywhere within the circle, and then center it to where I want. Also, I think my circle is not quite large enough, so I'm going to go Control T, and then I'm going to hold down my Shift key again, because if I hold down my Shift key, it keeps the aspect ratio in line, and I'm just going to drag it slightly bigger, yes, and then Enter to deselect again, and then again I'm going to move more in the center. So now it's starting to shape up like a bullet hole. Cool. I'm going to create another layer. So again, select the layer, again to the marquee tool. I'm just going to go in the middle. I'm going to create a middle circle again. Hold down my shift key drag that circle down. Cool. Left click on my color picker, and I'm going to this time go for a deeper, darker gray because I want more depth in my bullet hole. I'm going to say, yeah, that looks good. Okay. Color picker. Fill bucket again. And there you go. Control D. Now you're going, hey dude, you've just lost your black circle. Don't panic. Go back to your layer. Left click on your layer, and then just move it up to the top, and then it brings it back. See? Alright, and then go back to layer 3, click on it once, and then I'm just going to center this a little bit better. Alright, and what I'm going to do here, I'm going to try and blur out the edges. I might just make this a little bit bigger. Yeah. Control D to enter, sorry. Right, so I'm going to blur out the edges, and so I'm going to go to Filter, Blur. I'm going to use Box Blur. So now, as you can see, I've now blended this in with the other two layers, so it kind of looks more realistic, and I've got a little bit of depth in there. And I'm quite happy with the settings there, so I'm going to go OK. Looking pretty good. Alright, I'm going to create one more layer. Again, create new layer. I'm going to use my paintbrush this time, and I'm going to go back to the default black and white background, but this time I need white, so I'm going to flip it. So I'm going to use the reverse flip. Now I have a white paintbrush, and then you just draw two white lines, top and bottom, like so. If you want to increase your size of your paintbrush, you can just do here and change the size, but if you know how to use Photoshop, you know about the shortcuts. Sorry about that, I was messing around there, wasn't I? Okay, but this looks kind of odd, so what we're going to do is going to go back to Filter, we're going to choose Blur again, but this time we're going to use Radial Blur, and I'm going to go to a setting of about 40, and I'm going to press OK. And as you can see now, it's really nicely blended it in, and it's given me that little bit of a metallic shine to it and more depth. We're almost done. All we need to do now is save this file, but before we do that, we need to lose this white background. So I'm going to deselect my background, and this is it. There's your bullet hole. Isn't that awesome? Go to File, and we're going to click Save for Web. And we're going to save it as a PNG 24 format. It's just really easy to work with, and you're not going to stick with this white box around. And then just press save, and then just call it whatever you want. I've already got a bullet hole, one made here, so I'm just going to replace that file. And there it is. And all you need to do then is import it into your project, which I have done already, so I'm not going to do it twice. And then it's just a matter of getting your footage on the timeline. Let's see, I'm just going to grab this piece of footage here. I'm going to drag my bullet here, like so. And then I'm going to mask and chroma key out the back. Bring down my adjustment all the way down to 0, which then brings this up to full strength. Now, I'm going to leave it here in part 2. I will show you how you can then apply it to the car, add sound effects, and have fun with it. Okay, so again, thanks for watching.